is... oh, come on. Really? Would I need to change anything? Okay, so we're doing animation. There's still going? Yes, for this. And okay, so we're gonna check the tail a little bit. What I like to do is actually we're gonna start with the ball. And by the way, disclaimer: I'm not a professional. And not a professional. So we're going to go to the Windows, and then we're going to go to the animation graph editor. I like to look at my graph editor, and what I do is do X, and then I kind of see what's on there. I know I had issues with my curves last time, so you can see it clearly right there. And I think that this is live, huh? So we do have the graph editor. And also, so funny, I noticed that the graph editor cannot be seen on the screen right now. So we're going to switch the OBS to everything, just so we can see everything. And let's just do a window capture. And so we see everything on here. And, mumbdaddy's live now. And you know, I still can't see the graph editor on my screen. It's there though. Believe me, it's there. So it doesn't make a difference. So we're just gonna do the display capture. It captures everything, right? Should go crazy in a second. It's so weird how it doesn't get everything. Because my window's up. And go to here. Let's see, the graph editor will pop up if I do this, right? There you go. But we don't want this thing on, do we? Because we can always ooh. Scary. So we want to make sure that we have both on the screen. There's the graph editor. And let's do this one. Let's make sure we have a window capture. You can see the table, and then we can see both of them. There's the other one. Oh, I guess that was the graph editor. You see how well I am with this stupid thing. So there's a graph editor, and I think I can change this one to window capture? Display capture. Display capture. Yeah, let's just do. Doesn't really make a difference, does it? So we could do this. And what's funny is I haven't learned yet how to snap that graph editor back into place. Which, if that graph editor is in place, you're going to be able to see everything. But right now you can't see. And right now you can't see it, but unless I could do it here. And I can't. It's weird. Like, I can't even snap it back in the thing. That's how stupid I am. View. Edit. Snap, maybe? No. I do. Anyways, I have a graph editor on my screen. You can't see it. But what I like to do is look at all the curves. I can't believe I can't share the entire screen. See, this is how I don't get anything done. Let's see if I can just do display capture. And it's going to do everything that's on that screen. But it's not showing my graph editor, which sucks. Was this wrong? guess it sort of does. I guess I could do this. But then I can't see my graph editor, so no fun. So I guess I could do this one, and then we're gonna figure it out, people. Okay, so we're gonna go back to OBS, and we're gonna go to the window capture, which we're gonna reserve for the graph editor. Right now the dog is gonna work because I got my Instacart coming. There we can see graph editor. And we're gonna put it like right there. But display capture. Nope. I am officially an idiot. See, I told you the dog would bark right now. There? Minimize? Nope. Look, we did it. Okay, cool. So my Instacart is here, and we're gonna like look at both of them at the same time too, because for some reason I can't get Maya to snap into the thing. But you know, just for accountability purposes, we're gonna go down the line and grab onto this, and then hopefully nothing crashes. Now I'm getting the blue wheel of death, which is always not a good sign. And luckily I just opened the file, so I might have to just restart the whole bloody thing. Oh, and it worked. Hallelujah. Okay, so we have this, and then so for something like this, you might notice that the graph editor lines are you get the keyframes, but they're not as bunched up as horribly as they can't be. You know, if there's like one or two, I usually leave them on, just as long as they're not a spaghetti mess. So that's essentially what I look for here, is spaghetti messes. And then we have the squash and stretch, which this is the way I have it looking right now. My mentor doesn't really like ever make comments on these squashes and stretches, so you know. And let's see, chicken tweets. No, I don't think anybody's even watching. That's okay. I'm nobody. Let's see. Okay, so tail visibility is on. Translate, and that's there. Tail. Okay, so we just gotta make sure that the ball is, you know, sort of moving. And your main thing you're really gonna be checking out is obviously the rotate X and the translate Y. The translate Y is the one, and you can sort of follow along here, seeing that the bumps, and boop, and then boop. Look at my tail goes straight into that board, so I need to fix that definitely. There's the first bounce, second bounce, and third, fourth. And did I even make it to the bottom there? I did. So that looks fun to me. And we're gonna look at the rotate X and see a lot of little things here. So these little things, I don't get too hung up on because I just don't. But if there's stuff like this, like see how these are two lined right here, and knowing that they follow each other, you just want to do a quick check. You could do like hold on to those. The ball didn't really change at all, did it? And then you look at this one right here. It looks like it might be nothing. It's nothing. And you know, as long as it's moving with a very fluid movement, this tail's still bashing itself into the rectangle. But we just check it all around. I noticed on YouTube my graph editor is still not showing, which is weird. But if I look on Twitch, it's showing. And actually on Twitch, it looks like that. My graph editor is covering that stuff, which is not cool. So we're going to finesse that a little bit and not make it as annoying. And I have everything in the back, which I'll get rid of. And then I have all these files on top. And try to stretch this out so you can see my beautiful wife. And there you go. And then you see everything we have here. And let's cover that up too, just like a normal person. And so yeah, so me, I go down the line, first one, and then we see our graph editor. That's so weird. I need to really work on OBS optics, because it's almost as if I'm being mocked. Because you see how the one on the screen stays static. The one over here is going around, which is weird. I don't know why it's doing that. Because it's here, right? Maybe that's why. There we go. And then when I go into the normal stuff, there we go. But still, not showing up on YouTube, which is weird. But showing up on Twitch, which is fine. I'm not even sure if Twitch does that thing where you can see me. It's very, very strange, this channel. And it's weird because like I do know there's a way you can see me and the animation at the same time, but it's very strange. Oh, look at that. Alright, so back to what we're doing. And so you have this on screen. So I go through every single one of them, you know, and try to expand this a little bit. I'm trying to see what it is on screen. Okay, cool. And so we have our curves. And so what I will notice is that you want to isolate the rotate X. And what I'll notice is that some stuff looks a little bit odd. Like this one right here. Okay, so it's going along fine. I don't try to make too much adjustments because then you're going to, you know, make it even more pain on yourself. I do see this one, and this one honestly could be adjusted when I get to this portion of the tail. So, what we can do is probably like leave that there for now. And then this one, it's not that terrible. I'm not crazy about the shape. You can see how it adjusts a little bit, and honestly, if it adjusts like there, it's going to look stupid. So we can undo that one. And when we get to this shape, and then we can decide whether or not we need to pull it down a little bit, and it's going to look stupid. So that's the reason why that one's there. So we don't touch that. You know, we can definitely auto, but we're not going to really erase those keys. And what else? So these are always frustrating little things too, because I know that on the actual animation it looks fine, but it's just so annoying how they look like these little Death Valley mountains. But we're really just basically checking to make sure that everything is fluid on the screen, because ultimately the animation's going to be the one that's going to be critiqued. And I see like sort of like a weird, see, it's like here and it flips up and it lifts down. So there's not really a big transition between that. Like it just goes here and it flips up, here and it flips up. I might have to do that on the other part of the tail. You know, so funny. I don't know if there is a way to do. I know this is a stream manager, and they do let you add your ugly face on the screen whenever you're doing it. I might do that actually, but I don't see how you do it. I guess you got a follower. Cool. Thank you, Tanned Laborer. That's kind of cool. Let's see. Click that. Manage goals. Rate channel. Start guest star. Hang in there. Thank you. I will hang in there. So, if anybody's watching, this is a this is pretty much the first stream I've ever done. I'm trying to see, and if anybody has, if anybody's watching later, feel free to let me know how I can put myself on the screen. But I don't really know how to do that yet. I'm in the Stream Manager page, and I intend to use this channel more for for anything creative and just to keep myself accountable. But this is pretty much the first time I've ever done this, and so viewer extensions, creators. So obviously right now it's focused on my screen, but I know there was a way you can put your ugly face on the screen, or my ugly face on the screen. Okay, so back to this. This was a weird animation, right? So I'm looking across the board. Well, not the prettiest thing though, and honestly too, it's a thing too where if I want to make these look a little bit more, exact. But the thing is, like, you sort of have to check to see what works in terms of, like, are we happy with this one, or are we happy with this one? You have to make a choice. And I like this one, and this one, it's fine. But is there a way maybe I can go to, like, sort of like the middle here and set a key, and then move it? No, because look, that's ugly. So we'd rather have an ugly graph editor than an ugly character. And then we could do the same thing here. We could say, oh, nope, it doesn't. So we go backwards. All right, and then so yeah, so we're done checking that part of the tail. Again, we take little notes just to make sure that we are, making sure we go to the little thing too. And look at this mess right here, which is ridiculous, right? I think these people might be like just bots. And they probably are, which is fine. Everybody's got to start somewhere. I probably won't. Sorry, compact razor. But I actually got two. Oh, neat. So just going back to animation. So we see this part right here, which is the second part of the tail. We already looked at the first part. It's called tail A. Run the C. So as we get the blue wheel of death. And another important thing, save, right? You want to save because you might get this blue wheel of death, especially while you have OBS running in the background. My computer is all for gaming, and which is funny because I'm not a gamer. But it is a very powerful graphics card that I have, and if my eyes were there, I would tell you what it is. But so something like this, like I said, you can sort of tell in your animation what's going on here because there's this weird thing right here too. So if I move it up here, will it improve it? To me, ooh, I'm getting that's the weirdest thing. The Twitch looks fine. So I think I'm gonna just log off because the YouTube one is shit. If you can look at my YouTube page, and I don't know if it's just like going crazy because I'm not even doing that right now. It might be oh, you know what it's doing? There, we're live. I talk to myself a lot. But just looking at this, looking at this hill right here, that it looks fairly decent. You're supposed to focus on this guy right here, which is what I'm at too. And then we have make sure you stay on rotate X. We have some pointy ones here, right? And do we need this one? And actually that might be the thing, and it does. You get rid of it, delete those lines, and you're good. And also to try to make these a little more chubbier. That's just my preference. Make it a little, and I'm pulling it, so you can always zoom in on a sucker. And here's the thing too, is you can do this. And is it too... It does look bad. It doesn't look bad. I mean, that's just my eye, Spread the welt a little bit. Try to make it a little more bombastic. But see how it did that right there? Well, actually, it doesn't look halfway bad. But we still need to get rid of this tail that's going through the rectangle. Okay? And then we need to look at these other ones here. So it's one of those things. You have to make a decision. That one or that one? That one or that one? For this one, I like. I don't like either one of them. But obviously, two very different. If you want to be a little bit more, looks like there's a little less risk there. You take this one. And, I really hate these tangents sometimes because they do not play nice. And you have to grab them sometimes. You have to do this, and then you have to break the tangent, and then you have to hit the shift key, pull it out, and sort of even them up, and then you can unify them again, and then sort of see whether or not that looks decent. And it doesn't. I won't keep it. But is there a way we can sort of make this decent? And then it's that, and it's that, and it's that, that's that, and that's that. Oh, and you know why this is moving right now? Because right now we're on a right 1x view. We want to have the side view because the side view is easier to move around. Graph editor, and so now we have the graph editor right here. It's still pointing to me. Still very, very, very pointing. And ultimately, it's because of the way the see, and that doesn't look very good at all because it's going like this. I almost feel like I should delete this one right here. Let's see what it will look like. No, it looks ugly. So let's look at this one too. We'll delete that one, looks ugly too. So we're gonna keep both of them. And it's really because of the nature of the shot. I'm not too spaghetti. And honestly, I'm gonna call it a career on that one because it's got like a weird floaty thing. I feel like that thing should go down a little bit. But I don't know if it's time for it to. So it's right here. It's almost like a little hovering thing. I wish I could do more of that tail right there. And now it's out of the shot. And we are going to the reason I'm doing this is because I know that there's certain ways that you can do the Twitch Studio Beta. Now right now I'm technically online. Let's just start the stream, but I want to keep it on YouTube. I don't know how many things it could be running at the same time. But no, we're gonna keep it here. Because I think this is the only way like that I can actually do it at YouTube on the same time. So we're gonna do this, and I know what I don't like. I feel like this thing should be moving a little bit more. Right here, right at the spot. So we're gonna go back to that, and now we're getting some really ugly shark-infested waters. So we're gonna take a little break. I still don't know how to do that. Home. I'm live. Stream. Okay, so we're gonna clip. Nope. Viewer. No. Settings. No. New. No. View. New. Okay, we're gonna take a pause here.